Okay. Hey, welcome. This is Jonathan with Team Silva. I'm here to talk to you just for a bit about the loan. Okay, the buyer is getting a loan for your home. Okay, and a big part of whether this transaction works out or not is based on that loan. That's why we do our best to see if we can vet that lender. If we know them, that's a good thing. If they're local, that's a good thing. Sometimes they aren't, and we just don't have experience with them, right? Because, well, let's face it, your loan and this and how sure this whole deal is really dependent on that loan. If that loan falls through, this deal falls through. So we do our best to try to help you on the front end and make sure that we have a good pre-qualification from that lender. We talk to that lender and make sure that they've got the information that they needed in order to qualify that buyer, and they weren't basing it just on verbal stuff, but they've really got it, right? They've seen the documents. So we do what we can, but hey, the bottom line is we can't control that part of it. Really, it's outside of what we can see. We can't see the buyer's bank statements. We can't see their tax returns. That's private information, right? So the bottom line is the loan is important, and the buyer has contractually 21 days to get that loan approved. Sometimes they just can't get it approved that fast. It takes longer than that. Okay, and so what we do is on the 21st day, we are looking to have them remove that loan contingency, right? Because that helps firm up the deal for you. Sometimes they just aren't going to remove that contingency because they don't have loan approval yet and they aren't sure. They feel like they need to be 100% sure in order to do it, right? So the bottom line being that the loan is important. We're on it. We're working with that lender. We're trying to make sure they have all that they need from us, which most of the stuff doesn't come from us. We give them that stuff up front, the contract and all. After that, it's the buyer, right? The buyer needs to provide them with all the information and then explain things that are going on in the credit or with the income or with the employment and with maybe a gap in employment. Okay, so there's things that can happen. Sometimes things can even pop up towards the end where title in running the buyer's social and stuff comes up with a lien that will affect their ability to get a loan. So we're on all of this stuff, but just do know that the biggest thing that delays closings is these lenders, right? And they are waiting to have all the documents in a row so that someone can sign their name on the dotted line that they've seen it all and they're ready to approve this loan and everything is okie dokie, right? And so they're very careful to do that, right? And they will not do that out of pressure, out of some sort of time frame that we have on the transaction that has no bearing to them. They will not do that until they feel totally comfortable. So many times we're being delayed because of the loan. It is normal and it's frustrating, but it's normal. It's just kind of that tail is wagging this whole dog because we need those big dollars in order to close this transaction.